Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's January 26, 2011. Well, this morning we've got outside markets in the frame of mind that is supported to grains. Dollar down 10. Crude is up about 40 points. We've got gold steadied a little better, and the stock market's a little bit higher. Outside are the other news that impacting the grain markets here today. We do have walkout scheduled for dock workers and truckers in Argentina. That is expected to last one day. Maybe it goes on longer than that. We don't know exactly. That's something we're monitoring very closely. They're supposed to go on strike here today. We've got futures markets higher here. A lot of the buying yesterday was commercial buying, and I think we're seeing some rebound there because the market just got overdone. We still have got food problems around the world. Egypt yesterday had demonstrations, call them demonstrations, but very close to riots yesterday concerning food and having jobs and the overall economy in that country. So that in turn is causing very good support for the wheat market, as just this morning Algeria announced that they bought 800,000 tons of wheat, optional origin. So that is going to be supported to the wheat market here today at the Chicago Board of Trade. Other news, you had announcement yesterday morning that China's buying 2.74 million metric tons of soybeans. That was a surprise, but most of that is all new crop beans, and when you shift it to new crop, it doesn't shake the trade very much, because China needs to buy about 1 million tons of soybeans a week in order to meet their needs. So that is just a small portion, more of a token window dressing that they're willing to come to the U.S. to buy soybeans. And it certainly confirms that they need to buy protein, and that's another reason for the demand that we've seen recently in DDGs here coming out of the U.S. So the overall attitude here this morning is much better. Look for support to the grain markets here today. President Obama's speech last night, not a big impact on grains, and that I think is good news for the traders. No earth-shaking comments, so that certainly is positive. Now, we do have the FOMC meeting started yesterday, should be completed today about 1:15, where we get an announcement, communique out of that meeting. The big question there is going to be how the new Federal Reserve presidents act and what type of positions they take. There's 4 new members, and we'll see what kind of attitude or position they take, and that is what everybody's waiting for. If it's a more inflation controlling attitude, it could be negative to markets here, but that's something that's going to be monitored very closely. The livestock trade, cash cattle did trade yesterday, 105 in Kansas and Texas. That's $1 lower than last week. Cutout values, choice down 14, select up 37. That spread between the choice and select has been narrowing in very nicely, and that is doesn't really have too much effect on the market right now, but is telling us that we've got a few more choice supplies around that is weighing on that market. We do have a cattle inventory report on Friday. Usually not a market mover very much, but something to monitor, and we'll get you trade averages here later on in the week. Hogs, cutout values there were up 36 cents. The news and supportive factor to the pork complex here in the last few days is the South Korea reducing the tariff on imported pork. That, because of the inflation and the demand that they've got for pork within South Korea, is very strong right now, because they have been killing off livestock in order to control the foot and mouth disease problem that they've got there, and that is definitely a supportive factor to U.S. pork and beef. So we'll monitor these things very closely for you. If you got any questions, give us a call here at Allendale, 800-262-7538. We'll be happy to answer any questions you've got. We wish you a very successful trading day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.